Good morning, you guys. It's actually Easter, so happy Easter. This is the Algebra 2 week rundown. I'll probably put this down on Sunday night or online Sunday night or Monday. So just trying to get a little ahead of the game. So just so you guys are aware of the things that you're going to have to do for homework. Algebra 2, you're going to have 2 assignments. You're going to have, I believe it's section 823. That's the end of the 8-2s. Has to do a little bit more with imaginaries. And then you have to know how to divide out polynomials. So rather than doing 831 in the book, I'm not going to do long and synthetic division, and you're going to get a worksheet that'll be put online. The stuff they do in CPM is really great. They use diagrams and stuff, but I've never used diagrams after this. The Algebra 2 kids in the past have never used those diagrams to divide. They're only using long and synthetic, mostly synthetic division. So you're going to learn long division. That's old school division. So all those people out there who think old school math doesn't exist, guess what? It does. But we're a little bit smarter than a 4th or 5th grader. So we're going to actually use polynomial long division. So that'll be addressed on Thursday, by Thursday. And that'll be your last assignment of the week. All right. So those are your 2. You'll end up with 2. Okay. I'll get everything out to you this week. It's a Friday. I'll get everything out by Wednesday. That'll include your quick check. And I grade those and I get those back to you. Okay. So the things I wanted to address with you. One of the things I noticed, and I don't know if it's something you're doing or I'm doing, is that a few of you have not been receiving the attachments to put your homework in, which is just bizarre to me. So it's weird because some of you guys get it and some of you don't. So this week what I'm going to do is when I assign things, I'm going to make sure those attachments get in. But for some reason, if they don't get in, just know that Infinite Campus has your homework in it as well. So you can just go on Infinite Campus, see what you're missing, take a picture of it and email it to me. I'm trying to reassign the assignments to the kids who aren't getting the attachments. But I also know that there's some things you guys can do that could maybe get rid of the attachments. And I'm going to make sure that they're in the beginning. But this is just me covering my butt. Check Infinite Campus if you're missing something. You can just email me those things and I'll just put it in the grade book. All right. I generally don't delete emails that I receive other than the constant Google notifications. I get rid of those. All right. So just know I've noticed that on some of yours and I'm reassigning things and I'm pretty good about giving more time on that. I'm just hoping to catch it whenever I give you guys things, giving the homework right away. Sorry about that. So next thing I wanted to address was the pass-fail. So some of us discussed this last week in our weekly meetings. And we had one person who had a percentage already attached to pass-fail, which may change. And so what I did is I thought about things. And I thought about what you're getting from me. And I thought about what pass-fail means. And I think I've told you that pass means that you understand things and fail means you don't understand things. So I don't really think somebody should pass a class if they don't know what's going on. And you have to be able to demonstrate that you know what's going on. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think your homework is a really good indication of what's going on because the last assignment that I checked, many of you guys noticed I put some comments on a couple questions. I really didn't know if you understood what was going on. I didn't know that you understood that a logarithm you have to change to an exponential and solve it. You just got the right answer. And then I looked online and I'm pretty sure that one was one that they gave you the answer on the homework help. So does passing mean that we can just click right through or we can just do a photo math app? No, that's just jumping through hoops. And jumping through hoops is not what we want you guys to do. We want you to have a basic understanding of what you're doing. And we've slowed down a lot. We're going about half as fast as we normally do. All right. So here's one of the things I got a little frustrated with. So last week when I looked at homework, and I've been doing this from the beginning of the year, some of you I kept stopping and being like, do you know what's going on? Do you know, oh yeah, I put my work on another sheet of paper. But then whenever you get a test, you'd show me you didn't really know what was going on. The problem is I cannot test you right now. I don't know if we're going back to school, but for now I cannot test you. So I need to have a way to show understanding. And one thing that you should have noticed in your quick check is I asked you to do absolutely no math. I have an idea of what this week's quick check is. Guess what? You're doing absolutely no math. It's do you understand what's going on? Your homework is to do math. Okay. So some of you are taking that really seriously and you should because it's helping you get better for things in the future. The classes you're going to take, sophomores, the ACT you're going to take. The ACT doesn't let you use photo math. The ACT doesn't let you use homework help. The ACT lets you use just your brain. So for those of you that are doing your homework, that's kind of just your brain kind of work. So you guys had the you had the 821 homework this week, as well as the 822. So this is what your math teacher did for the 821. Here's my 821. You see all this stuff here? Okay, we're not done yet. This goes up to 78, okay? Now, here's my next one. This is 822. Now, to give you an idea, some of you guys give me an 822 that goes from here to here. And it's just like a bunch of little answers. That's not what I'm doing here. You see, I got a graph here, and I'm not thinking you're going to have this at home, which is totally fine. You're going to graph it. But I got some explanations. I have some work. We're not done yet. There we go. There's more. Oh, guess what? I'm still not done yet. This is the end of that assignment. It's 3 pages. You know what? I know who's doing their homework because I'm getting 2 to 3 pages from them. Or I'm getting 1 page with a bunch of stuff in it, and they're trying. And then some of you, just from the beginning of the year, I know who you are. I've known you. You just write things down. And just writing things down, I had to think, okay, is just writing things down passing a class? No, it's not. It's not writing things down. Just getting in the car, is that passing your driver's test? Just driving your car, is that passing? Absolutely not. You got to show that you know how to do things. So one of my colleagues came up with a scale, and she said, I think that this is good. And I said, the problem is we have to give numbers to passing and numbers to failing. So in my head, I have to be like, how do I know they know things? And how am I going to make sure that they know things? And really, it's either you know it or you don't. You pass or you fail. So the quick checks, I thought, you know what? I'm going to get them. I'm not going to ask you what an x-intercept is because Siri or Google can tell you that. The problems I asked you, I'm pretty sure you realized, guess what? They're not going to tell me the answers. I actually have to know what's going on. And I knew what was going on, and I knew who knew what was going on because I saw words like leading coefficient, degree, multiplicity. I saw those things because those were all in the videos from 812 and 813. I addressed them. I rewatched the videos because I'm like, why are we not getting these right? These are easy questions. And I don't think you're watching the videos. Another math teacher said, I went on YouTube. There's not enough view on my videos for all my kids to watch them. So that was my first thing. So on a lot of comments, I left. Rewatch the 812 and the 813 videos. And I know somebody had one question. They did, and they got it right. They only had one question, so they had all the other stuff right. But I had way too many people not getting things right. And that's because I don't think we're watching the videos. We're just doing the homework, and then not really watching. Okay? And this has been happening for a long time. I can't say how well you understand things, A, B, C. It's either you know it or you don't know it. So if I don't ask you any math questions at all, which I haven't, and I won't this week either, and you're not getting them right, you're not getting that understanding. You're not understanding what we're trying to do here. I'm not even asking you to do anything. All right? So with that, if you have not watched the 812 or the 813, go for it. But I'm giving you guys one more opportunity. I'm only doing one Google Meet on Tuesday. I'm doing a Google Meet at 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday for Algebra 2. I will go over a polynomial. I will tell you what zeros touch each other, which zeros pass through, why the end behavior is, and I will be using all of the vocabulary I used in the beginning. This is your one-shot deal. Now you might be saying, well, can you just record it and put it online? Guess what? I've been doing that and you're not watching it. So this is it. Either you're there or you're not there. I'm not recording this. Go back and watch 812 and the 813 videos. It's that simple, okay? So I should be seeing those. Now, you might be also thinking, okay, I didn't do that. She returned it to me. Guess what? There's still hope for you because either you know it or you don't. You get a 5 or a 0. It's that simple. It's that simple. Once I look at it and I think that that's good, sometimes I make a comment, thank you, or I just won't make a comment and I'll just give you the 5 points. It's it. If you don't have your 5 points, email me and be like, hey, I resubmitted this. Did you look at it? Also, don't email me until Tuesday. We have off on Monday. All right? This is just getting you guys ready. All right. So that's kind of the deal there. So my thinking was, okay, my pass-fail can't be at 50%. Why can't it be at 50%? Because then these kids could just look at my answers and get half credit on everything and still pass. Copying my homework that I put online is not understanding either. So the 70 was that. So let's think about it, you guys. Let's say that I have a 5-point homework, or I have a quick check at the end of the week, and then I have 4 points of homework in the week. Now, even if I cheat on my homework, or I cheat and I copy all the answers after I have posted them, I still get 2, okay? I get 2, okay? 2 out of 9 is a 22%. That's not passing, and it shouldn't be passing. But if I get these 5 and these 2, that's 7 out of 9. That's a 77%. So at least I'm showing I'm getting all these points back by showing my understanding. If I don't show my understanding, I don't get it back. All right? Now, I'm putting a due date on those because I'd like them at the end of the week. I want to check them at least once. I don't want a ton of them at the end. But I'm telling you right now, you guys got to get those done. If you didn't do the quick check from last week, you have to get it done by this week because you're going to have them piling up. And once things pile up, there's going to be like, especially in 2 weeks, I know me, I'm going to be like, that's it, guys. This is it. You've had 3 weeks, 0 or 5 done. So get those things done, okay? But that's why we chose the 70. Could it change? Yeah. It could totally go lower, but it's not going to go higher. But it could go lower. But I feel like number-wise, 7 out of 10, 7 out of, that to me was, yeah, that's understanding. Because I can't take halves anymore. Late work, I'm just straight out ones. You can tell me you're going to be late. Once I get there and it's late, it's just a 1. I'm putting things out there at least 48 hours before it's due. If you can't make the time, I can't. I can't go to your house and make sure you're not cheating. I can't go to your house and make sure that you're getting things done. I can't. I can't go to your house and make sure you're not copying answers. So I have to be that way. It's got to be cut and dry that way. Either it's in or it's not. And you can hand me your homework early if you wish. All right? So, big thing is watch the videos. I think every kid who's done a Friday reflection for me has said that the videos are super helpful. With Friday reflections, those are every Friday. I have to return those, I guess, in order for you to continue to write on them. So I will continue to do that. So your next Friday reflection, I think, is April 17th. Again, I can't really control cheating on your homework. So all I can do is do more of those understanding things. And I'm trying to do those once a week, maybe once every other. Although this week you're getting one because I have in mind what I want to ask you. And again, no math. You could do math, but there's no math in it. And so then the other things that I want to go over is my regular Google schedule. So I'm going to meet 3 times this week. So Tuesday at 10, you guys get me, just Mew. That's it. If you have questions on that homework check, I'll go over an example and I'll tell you guys how to do those things. All right, as far as the rest of the week, this is my Wednesday schedule, okay? Wednesday, Algebra 2, it looks like you guys get me 120 to 140. Wednesday, I'm full of a bunch of meetings too, so that's why I don't give an extra half an hour for all questions. Thursday, here's my Thursday, I'm doing an afternoon again, 1 to 120, that's Algebra 2. And then Friday, I'm going to give you a Friday one just because I like to meet with you guys 3 times a week. We're kind of at a short week. And I have to do it in the morning because I have a virtual meeting like kind of mid-morning afternoon. The other thing is I don't want to be answering questions at the afternoon. That's your time to hand in things. So here it is. This is my Friday. It looks like Algebra 2, you get me 9:40 to 10. And anybody is always at the end of all those. Okay. So there you go. That was my thing. Either you understand it or you don't. I know that this is a long video. I know you don't like listening to me a lot. But I'll tell you, out of all 3 classes, I've had the most problems with Algebra 2 kids giving me short, quick answers on homework. And then the quick checks are horrible. You're not using your vocabulary. And it gets really frustrating for me. And I know some of you guys are rocking it. Awesome. You guys are rocking it. You had to listen to all this crap from me. Sorry. But there's enough people out there that I'm really concerned that if we possibly go back to school, you're going to be completely lost. Or you're going to have to defend like passing a class that you haven't shown that you know how to do anything. Okay. And you need to know how to do stuff. And again, I haven't asked you to do any math yet. I haven't. And I'm not this Friday. It's basically, do you understand what we're doing? All right. So with that, I hope you guys have a great week. This is the only going out to the Algebra 2 kids. So Algebra 2, get some homework done by Wednesday. Everything will be out. It's due on Friday at 4. And I'll put those reflections out again so that you have the opportunity to tell me how your week is going. All right. I hope to see many of you at 10 o'clock on Tuesday. Have a good one.